Hey, Tree Sprites. Let's talk about imagination and the correlation of the past, present, and future of Solani people / Black Americans. In our past in this nation, the way that we lived, the experiences that we had, the way that we were perceived, the reality that we existed in was largely relegated and controlled by the imaginations of white America. It was a product of the imagination because of the intentionality of stripping us of our indigenous lives and identities and spiritualities, and reinventing us into something that could be exploited, an entire people that could be used to build wealth upon. However, because of our innate connection to source, we were able to reinvent our own identity, to create our own experiences and our own perception of ourselves. The entire obsessive history of oppression of Black Americans in this nation is to assert the dominance of white imagination over the Black imagination, to take over our minds and force their fantasy on us. This is the reason why you see such volatile reactions when Black people are portrayed in science fiction and fantasy. We do not exist as human beings in their fantasy of reality. And if we do, it's only regulated to roles of servitude. In this fantasy, we are only to be seen and used. Moving forward into the present time, as Black Americans develop a stronger and stronger sense of self and identity, we are more and more developing our own creativity, our own imaginations of how we want to perceive ourselves, how we want to be perceived, and how we want to exist in reality. And of course, this directly conflicts with the imaginations of those who seek to oppress us. It's very pathological and kind of childish in a way where you're kind of saying, no, we can only ever play my game. There is no coincidence that fantasy and sci-fi genres are becoming more and more popular with Black American people, because even though it may not seem that deep, it gives us a route, it gives us a space to reimagine ourselves. We have come incredibly far from the 160 years ago when chattel enslavement ended to today, and we are realizing more and more that despite the pressures against us, we still have the incredible ability to alter our reality, that our dreams are truly visions. And we have the power to use this space of endless possibility to catapult us in the next 160 years. And of course, the pressure against us will increase. Just like during enslavement, the worst violence was perpetuated against those who resisted, those who showed symptoms of having an identity that existed outside of the white imagination. And so, of course, the more we self-actualize as a people, the more challenges we're going to face. But that can never stop us. What we imagine today is what we will create and manifest tomorrow. Engaging in play and creation is crucial for Solani people right now. Creating fantasy realities where we have no restrictions, where we never have to be concerned about the pressures of white narcissism or any other power structure that is detrimental to us in any way. The state of hopelessness is having lost the ability to imagine yourself outside of your current circumstance. It is the decision that you have no control or power over your reality. The reason why we are seeing so much doubling down of anti-Blackness in this nation is because we are gradually recreating our reality in this nation, a reality that was never meant to exist in the imaginations of those who seek to control and exploit us. We will see our greatest evolution and shift in reality once we completely reject the imagination of white narcissism. When we realize that we don't have to play that game. It is a silent war for our minds and souls, whether we are used as batteries or whether we retain our own power for ourselves. We are already very good about being unserious. The less serious you get, the more you lean into creation and imagination and play the more you unplug from this version of reality, the closer we are to creating a new world. Subscribe to Black Barn Owl, link in the bio. I'll see you in Always.